food server accuses Knoxville restaurateur Mike Chase of making lewd and offensive comments while she was waiting on his table. Anna Tipton-Budzinski is suing Chase, his Cellar restaurant group, and its HR director for more than $10 million. She has worked about 5 years at the Cellar West restaurant on Kingston Pike. She alleges Chase harassed her repeatedly the night of December 18th, commenting about her looks and talking about having sex with her. She claims he's done it before and also claims HR did not take her complaint seriously. Chase, who has filed paperwork to run for Knoxville mayor, could not be reached for comment.